G'day, Ben from Melbourne here, and today we're going to do a thread. And like usual, I do it heaps later than everybody else. Just when you think it's all finished, I jump on right at the end. Always late to the party, never fashionable. So, what is today's thread? It is the Red or Dead, which is Martin, the Vinyl Scavenger's push to 500 subscribers. I think he's got about 600 now or a bit over. So it's worked, but I like the idea of it, so I thought I would find my best red shirt and do it. And it's pretty easy because all you need is to show some red spines on some of your records. And if you're that way inclined, show some dead people who have appeared on your records. So pretty easy. Some people say it's morbid, but fuck, everybody dies, man. So I will leave Martin's details to his channel and the video below. To be honest, I was unaware of Martin. He's been around for ages, apparently. And when you watch the video, whoa, does he have eclectic taste. Anyway, let's get into it. We'll start with all the red ones, just to prove that the spines are all red. There you go. A few splits there for all you nerds. First one, red on the front as well. The mighty Eddie Current Suppression Ring with their second album, Primary Colours. A newie, which I've shown, I think I showed that last year, one of my albums of the year. Lewis Coleman, Melbourne fella, great indie rock, more on the pop end of things. Just really good songwriter. Can't wait to see what he does next. Red. Chimers, one of my favourite punk bands in Australia at the moment, just released a newie not long ago, which is a cracker as well. Bit of red on the front, some red on the side. Two-piece, just in case you're not sure. And then the old farts. Nick Cave with No More Shall We Part has a nice red flower there, quite a red back and a red spine. I'm killing this thread so far. Next up, The Butcher Shop. Oh, imagine the fright you'd get if that popped out when you got up in the middle of a night for a piss. Anyway, this is Pump Faction. It's actually Pump Action. Wonder what a Pump Faction would be. Probably, is there a Pump Faction in the Middle East? Who knows? Anyway, let's not get all political. Some people might not like that. Yeah. Red Spine, Sexy Tex Perkins, and friends, a good rockin' time. Speaking of Sexy Tex, The Suburban. The original on CD was black, but the reissue, which was the first time it came out on vinyl, was this lovely red colour. And it is even red on the spine. Did I show the pump action? There you go. I was getting too caught up in the Middle East. More goodness from the 80s of one of Tex's contemporaries, Nick and Roland and Mick and Phil and Tracy with the Mighty Birthday Party. This is their Peel Sessions. It's a double album. This is freaking awesome. Really, really good. Red Spine. Love that. This was recorded in 1980 and then some in 81 to 84. So good range of stuff. Always ferociously awesome live. And now this one, not only is it red, it's texturally pleasing. It's the furry Bee Gees Odessa. Yes, I have a Bee Gees record or two. And I think if this was a competition, I'd win the prize. Because how many of you have shown a Red Spine box set? None! Here it is. Radio Birdman. Look at that. Red Spine. If you don't know if If you don't know how to say Radio Birdman, it's Radio Birdman. Get on the interwebs, check them out, get your pubes straightened. Now for the dead section. Yes, this is a little bit sad. This one makes me sad because the Mighty Easybeats, all of them except for Harry Vanda, are now dead. Dick Diamond, George Young, Stevie Wright, and Snowy Fleet are all no longer with us. What a band. Next up, a dangerous band to play in, the B Suburban. They just recently did some great shows to celebrate 30 years of this album, Black Milk. But sadly, as you will see, just recently, James Baker died. A few years back, Spencer died. Very sad. That was like the original lineup of the Beast, well, the original recorded lineup. And then after that record, there was one called The Low Road. And then in recent years, they got back together, a bit of a mixed up version because, of course, Spencer died. And Kim Salmon come back into the fold and played guitar with Charlie Owen, Tony Polar. He was the drummer from The Low Road, and sadly he's passed away as well. Sorry, I've forgotten. That's very bad of me. I've forgotten Brian Hooper, the bass player who replaced Boris Sujovic, which is on this one. Is there a picture of him? Thankfully there is. There's Brian Hooper there. So yeah, sadly, all of those dudes from one band are dead. But on the upside, there were two versions of the band. The mainstay is Tex Perkins, so they live on. Just called The Beasts now, still playing great shows, and they've now released 2 really good records under that name. Last of all, I won't be playing with Nick Cave anytime soon because it seems like a dangerous occupation as well. Here's the birthday party. Sadly, Tracy Pugh died in the 80s. Roland left us. Oh God, that'd have to be 15 or 16 years ago now. Roland S. Howard, the great guitarist. And even in the bad seeds, we've lost the late great Conway Savage not too long ago. Also, there was Roland Wolf, who played on one record. I think it was it Tend to Pray or The Good Son? I can't remember. He was in the lineup with Kid Congo Powers. Sadly, he got killed. I think it was in a car accident in the 80s. So, let's end on a downer. A Debbie Downer. So there's some dead, some red. Check out Martin. Subscribe to him. Get him to 8 million, as MGK Boston would say. And we'll see you in the next one.